Okay, alright, I think that's working. Okay, hi everyone. This is just an update of my the version of the project that I forked. What I did was I made the all the visual components of the character, and I did a light bit of scripting. So I just want to walk through how I went about making this work. So what I did was, first off, I saw like the what classes was made in the C++ classes, and what I did was I made a new folder called prototype character. I made 3 folders, one for animations, mesh, and blueprint. Animations, I think there's probably about 13. I think there's 15 total in there, and then I got the mesh here. This is all the basic stuff. The material is garbage. It's not even unwrapped properly. But what I did was I made a new blueprint class, and I inherited from the C++ class that you guys had already made the prototype character. So it basically, whatever you guys add to that, it will use inheritance to apply to this character. So what I did was I just did a little bit of scripting, some light scripting. You guys already set up an input value for horizontal movement, so all I did was I grabbed that axis and I made it and I exposed it as a variable so I could use it. What I did here, the left mouse button is for attacking. I kind of scripted this. There is no input set for attacking. I could have made one, but I didn't know what you guys were planning on doing with the code side. I didn't want to like impose any like naming conventions that you guys didn't agree on or anything. So what I did was I just called the left mouse button out from the blueprint itself. Typically, I don't think you're supposed to do this, so this is kind of hacky. I figure you guys are just going to make an input variable, and then you can just replace that. I made a boolean value as attacking is not attacking. This isn't typically how I would do that, but this is just to get the animation to play. And then that calls an animation blueprint. This is how I'm controlling the animation for the character. So it just does some basic stuff. It starts updating the animation constantly on tick, checks if it's valid, if the pawn's valid. I'm casting here to the blueprint character, not necessarily the base class, but the blueprint, so that I can pull that horizontal movement. Oh no, is Unreal crashing? That would be great if it did, because then I would have to make this video all over again. Nope. Okay. Cool. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. But basically, I'm casting I'm casting to the blueprint character. I'm saving that reference so that I can use it within the animation editor. I'm pulling out the horizontal movement. I'm multiplying it by 100 because those are the current velocity value that you guys have set. So it's it's -1 to +1, and then it's multiplied by 100. It's basically what I did here, and I set that variable, that final variable, to speed. And that's what's allowing the character to move back and forth based on this speed. So if you up the speed, the character will move forward or backward based on that speed. And I'll show you how that works in the actual game here in just a second. And then this is just I kind of hacked this together. This is all animation. This is nothing to do with any damage thing or anything like that. This doesn't check for collision. All this does is it just plays animation. So it checks to see if you're attacking. Like I'm branching off into with a sequence. So as this is running every frame, it's gonna check for this first, and then whatever I have afterward. I'm checking to see if they're attacking, and if they are, we're going to do once with a reset. So it'll reset once the statement is false, but it's going to start playing the animation montage. The animation montage is how I'm keeping track of the of the attack combos. Um, and I love this tool because it allows you to kind of freestyle control like how animations string together, which is what I think is perfect for combos and stuff. So you know, I have the light hit, the heavy, and then it goes into the fierce. And so this is kind of we're getting into my workflow here with this stuff, but basically I have the initial like hit portion is the section that's going to be called. I have it labeled light hit up here, and then this next section, this light end, this just signifies the end of that animation, and that's just so that like when we make combos and stuff, that like you can go from this hit straight into this hit without having to play this end part, which is typically what happens in fighting games, is that you'll cancel like the ending of an animation if you want to string into another one, or not if you know, let's say they blocked this hit, maybe, you know, so that we have recovery time, then we can call this section and say, okay, like there's this much recovery time, and within this time the character can be hit. So anyway, this next part, while I'm playing this, I'm jumping to a section, and this section is based off of this index, this integer. So it's 0 through 2. There's 3 hits: light hit, strong hit, fierce hit. After the one is played, I do a check. Here I'm checking the index to see if it's 3. If it is 3, then we're going to reset it back to 1. And then if it's not 3, we're gonna add 1 until it, you know, obviously it equals 3. So what that does is, and again, this isn't like this is no buffer system. I didn't even look at the way that the buffer system, that plugin worked when you guys downloaded it. But so basically, this is the character right now. So you can, you know, it's got an idle, move backwards, move forward. The backward animation is just the forward animation played backward, because you know, I'm cheap like that. And then when you press the left mouse button, it'll attack, and this will go in sequence, and every time you play, and then it'll reset. So you know, if you punch here and then you like move forward, it'll always play the next animation in there, just the way that I've scripted it right now. This is obviously going to change. This is no buffer system, this is no combo system. This is just to have an animation play so that we can link some whatever type of damage class that you guys make to these animations and stuff like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna make a pull request. I already uploaded this to the fork that I made on GitHub with all the files. So and then I will make a pull request after the review. All right, thanks.